Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Running through the river. Running through the river with you, dance. Running through the river. Running through the river with you, dance. Staring down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Staring down the barrel of my gun. Yes, I shot you down. He cried the day he realized that lies were hidden in my kisses. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. He was tangled in my arms. He was my mess, my ball of string. I would give him everything, my thunderstorm and second chances. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Running through the river. Running through the river with you. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. We fight, but we must make amends. Arrest me and read me my rights. I plan to steal your heart again on Saturday and Sunday night. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Wrap me around your little finger. Wrap me around your wedding ring. Your words dictate the shape my body makes. Ain't that the scary thing? Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Running through the river. Running through the river with you. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Staring at the barrel of his gun. Yes, it shot me down. I died, but then I came straight back to life, but never to my senses. We fight and then we make amends. Arrest me and bring me my rights. I plan to steal your heart again on Saturday and Sunday night. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. We dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. The day I met you, I remember everything. I wrote it down. The songs how your face was fresh. Your eyes were such a shade of red. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Press your way onto my chest. You hear the speed my heart will beat. Seconds drag like days whenever you don't wanna talk or speak. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, dance. Bounce on that shit, no hands. Running through the river. Running through the river with you, dance. Running through the river. Running through the river. Running through the river with you, dance. Running through the river.
Hey, okay. Is the mic check working? You got it on me? Are we ready? Hey guys, it's Meech, and you're at. Oh shit. No. Hey guys, it's Meech, and we're back with another episode of Ready Press Juice. We got so much to catch up on. Okay, let's start with Ready Press Juice was featured in Bold Journey's digital magazine, full spread right up on your kid. Then we're going to take it to Valentine's Day weekend. I had the pleasure of attending the True Talent Productions murder mystery starring my big sis, Danny Hodge. That gets good. I'm going to tell you, they thought Victoria was the murderer. They killed the mayor. We're going to get into all of that. Then we get to High Vibrations, who had another one of their Canna Crafts. This one was called Carrier Vibe. They got real creative, all kinds of charms and chains. We're going to get into that. And plus, yours truly was the DJ. Okay. And that mix you heard at the beginning with the little setup, the prequel, yours truly. You might as well hop on that SoundCloud via the link in my link tree and give me a listen and watch Michi pump the beat. And then today's juice is the refresher. Okay. So real light, getting you ready for the spring. Celery, cucumber. I know, full of flavor. But we're going to show you how to ease it out and get an even tone. And speaking of tone, Ashley from Mauloa Skin Care is going to be here. And not only is she getting a refresher, she's going to give you guys a refresher on her new toners that she's dropping. So that's going to be lit too. So let's get into this juice. All right. So we got our first ingredient is going to be our green apples. So we going cut and core. So let's catch up. Bold Journey. It is our first write-up in a magazine, which I'm very, very honored and very, very proud to be taking Ready Press Juice and displaying it, in different ways. We got to talk about, my journey and my creativity, my goal in creating this platform, which in most cases is trying to add a healthy alternative to your diet that you want to drink, right? The health is just an added benefit. The taste is what we're taste first, okay? But I also got a chance to talk about how I would like to bring other brands onto the platform, to discuss, what they have going on, what their goals are, how they got to where they are, and give them a chance to, display their business in their own words, and in a comfortable, inviting space. Ready Press Juice, we listen and we don't judge. So that was exciting to be able to talk about my journey and reflect on a couple of things. It's a great read. I'll have the link in my link tree where you can get to know me a little bit more and get to know a little bit more about Ready Press Juice and, where we're trying to go with this thing. Okay, so next ingredient is the cucumber. Now, cucumbers can be a little intense in flavor. So what we're going to do, so we don't overpower the refresher, remember we want to keep it fresh, light, right? We're going to take the skin off, right? And that's just to cut the intensity. Like, if it ain't good, you ain't going to drink it, okay? And I like good shit, okay? I'm in the business of making good shit, and I know some good shit. So I'm a tourist. We like good shit. All right, so we got our skin, right? We got his skin. So I'm gonna run it down, right? And then also that middle part in there, I'm just gonna run my finger and gut it. You can do it with a spoon, but I'm good with my hands. And that's to cut some of that juice, like, the point of this is juicing, but the seeds, it could just be a lot. That's where all that flavor is packed at. All right. So we got our cucumber cut up. We're going to slice that for good measure. All right. And now we got Big Daddy P, the pineapple. Now, how can you tell if the pineapple is ripe? Usually what I do is, you see how, this don't have too much yellow, but you see how it's a little bit more yellowish than green? I would like to think. But usually the yellower the pineapple, the sweeter it is. You can also, how I picked this one is you can also smell the butt of the pineapple. And if it smells really sweet, like you want to just bite into it, that's usually the one you need to get. Now, you don't want nothing soft, but you do want it aromatic, right? That's a big word for Elmo. All right, so we're going to cut this up. Now, let me tell you, we got to catch up about the murder mystery. And my big sis, Danny Hodge, was Victoria. Okay, picture this, right? Sicily. No, just kidding. Picture this. It's set, the scenery is set. A mayor's dinner for the city. Okay, and he died and his wife died, okay, in the room with us. And we got to figure out who killed the mayor and who killed his wife. Now, my sister, Danny Hodge, she was the mayor's ex-wife, Victoria. And Victoria wasn't playing that shit, okay? I ain't gonna spill the tea. However, I'm telling you, I'm talking a full-on production They had the police coming in there, interrogating everybody in the room. They had the motherfucking they had the medical people coming in there, the emergency, the ambulance. She was bleeding. Veronica was, cause she had the blood on her hands. Like it was such an experience. And we had food, dinner, drinks. It was just such a good experience. Something that I really do. I hope they do it again because I would definitely go to another one. But it was such a good experience. Everybody killed it. It was believable because when all of that screaming and hollering and the gunshots was going off, like they had a whole disclaimer like, if you hear gunshots, it's not real. It's part of the show. And we was in North. So you already know how they give it up. So it was just such a great show. They did a really, really good job with that. Something different. It was on Valentine's Day. The food was good. It was hot. Like they ate that. They definitely ate that. So that was fun. Pineapple. So we got this skin and I'm gonna core this and lay it up in there. And then we're gonna bring in the next ingredient. Boom. So pineapple, cucumber, green apples, celericia, and she got here. Now we got cucumber, so we really can't pack too much of this in here. This is just for essence, right? You don't need a lot of everything, right? So your pineapple, that's going to give you like juice, right? And it's also going to give you a consistent flavor. It's going to give you a sweetener. And then the apples, that's going to kind of even you out. It's going to give you some fiber. And then your cucumber and your celery is more so for essence, more so for, for lack of better words, right? So in this case, to give it a little, character, we're going to go with some celery. And you're only going to do, let's see, about that much, okay? And you see how much, that much. So we're not even going to use all of it, right? They say when you do things like juicing or cooking or anything that involves you ingesting it, you should do it with love, right? Because anything you put in your body, you want it to be made with love. You want it to be made with positivity and good energy. So in this case, I'm going to cut her hair off because it's raggedy, right? And put that to the side. I'm going to keep these clean stalks. That's just very much manicured. Very much, look at that. You would want to eat that, right? Right. Okay, so we got our celery. And we still got to get into High Vibrations Canna Craft. And, Michi, a.k.a. DJ Demi, pumping the beat. So let me clean this up a little bit, pull the juicer out, and we're going to get into that. Let's get juicing. Okay, so we're going to start it up. And we're going to start with the Celbeezy. Sorry, I got to make sure this clean. Give it a good rinse before I put it in my juice. Don't nobody want no dirty ass juice. Okay. All right. So let's get to the Canada. I had a full Black History Month. And let me just say, I am so grateful. High Vibrations. It's a creative workshop. This one specifically was called Carry Your Vibe because you were able to make lanyards for your phone. You were able to make wristlets for your phone. You were able to make bag charms for your bag, your purse. And she had all kinds of different charms and little pockets and all kinds of different things that she could put on the chain, like on your lanyard or your bag chain. Such a cute event. All the ladies all my girls showed up and showed out. They made their change, their stash charms. You could check out photos from the event and information on the next event on the at High Vibrations on Instagram and TikTok and all social networks. It was a really cool event. Really, really dope. We got our celery juiced up. Ooh, it looks like I made a mess. Ooh, feel this. Well, okay. Y'all see this? Look, I like this juicer. It's like paper mache. Real dry, shredded. It's giving very much juice. And I'm here for it. Plus, you want your pulp to come out dry, because then that means you getting all your juice. So we're gonna run this. Let me do my catch. Now I'm gonna run this through here. See, not that much juice, right? Very minimal, because you don't want to overpower it. It's just for taste. It's just for the essence. And then encompassed in the carrier vibe as a vibe setter myself is what we're called in the house of High Vibrations. Is yours truly, DJ Demi. Now, I've been on my DJing journey for some time. I've been in the closet about it, just very much home mixing, tuning my craft. Here lately, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Okay. So just exploring sounds, exploring different, genres, mixing. Everybody today is doing the mashups with the R&B and stuff like that. I'm more of a house artist. I like house music, EDM, electronica. I want to pump the beat, okay? The big, big beat. So that's more of my thing. I'm from Jersey, so the Jersey house music. But I like that old school deep house music. I like Afro beats and all of that. So I just be setting the vibe. You can listen to some of my mixes via my SoundCloud. The mix that I pumped at the Carrier Vibe, that's up there too. And yeah, you can see, how I'm coming on the ones and twos. And you might catch me in Ibiza. First of all, get a gander at this poke. You see that? Can I squeeze? Nothing. It's all in here. Okay, so let me show you. You see that on the top? That's what we're going to strain out. The froth. I like to call it the froth. If you've been watching my shit. No, seriously, if you've been watching, that's what I call it. I call it the froth. And I just like to get that off. I like a clean, consistent juice. Okay? Yes, juice. And you got to do your lips like that. Juice. Okay? And then sometimes you got to rinse this off, because look at all that. It's not going to come through. Right? So you rinse that out and then re-pour. So hold on, let me rinse and re-pour. And then we're going to get to the rest of this. All in all, I have had an amazing Black History Month. And, shout out to my circle. Shout out to my supporters. Shout out to everybody that's just been on this new journey with me. Introducing new things, introducing new people, trying new things. And, just along with me for the ride. All right, so the Papa P is all juiced up. Now let's get into the rest. So, in Bold Journey, right, in the magazine, I talked about, my journey and my creative journey, right, and how we got here. And, part of Ready Press Juice and what I'm aiming to do with Ready Press Juice is, include other creatives, other entrepreneurs, and give them a safe platform where they can come in, they can discuss their brand, they can discuss their ideas, what they have to offer to the universe. And then they get to, say it from their perspective, from their point of view, and they can speak for themselves. It's always best to be able to speak for your brand from your words instead of somebody else coming in and just interpreting it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and see the cucumber, right? It's not as, just like the celery, it's not as much, because you just want the essence of it. You want to be refreshed, not overwhelmed, right? It's the refresher. Okay, so we're going to get into the apple, which has been hell for man since its existence. However, it's great for fiber. It's great. An apple a day, keep the doctor away. a juice a day keep the haters away. So however you want to put it, you're going to juice these apples up and you should be refreshed. All right. So I kind of ran through them apples real quick. You know, usually I chat with y'all through the juicing, but they were screaming so loud. And the older I get, I can't take all that noise. So we got our apples juiced up. I'm going to go ahead and run this through. Now, look, this got some froth. Look how thick that is. It ain't thicker than me, but it's thick. Okay. So we going to run, because you know I am thick. Okay. What he say? What did he say? He said, I don't care if it ain't as thick as I think it is. It's because these niggas keep eating it. But anyway, I report this through here. And we're going to get some of that off. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty color. That's what you call green. Look at that. And that's all foam. So we don't need that. And we're going to dump that out. And then once again, look at this. It's like paper mache. It's so dry. So I'm living for the new juice. I'm living for the new body. Okay. This the new body. Okay. So I'm going to clean all this up. Put the juicer up. We got Mauloa Skin Care coming through. We're going to get refreshed. We're going to talk about new toner she launching. She's going to taste the refresher. Okay. And we're going to do this juice thing. Stay right there. All right. So we all juiced up. But first, we got Ashley from Mauloa Skin Care.
Hi, everybody. I'm back. Nice to be here. Always a joy to work with you.
It's always a joy to have you here with me. So this one is called the Refresher.
You know I love a good green juice.
Okay.
So.
Isn't she pretty?
She is.
She is.
Love this color.
Okay. So, but a refresher on Mauloa Skin Care is we launching toners?
We are. I will be launching toners this spring.
Okay.
So very, very soon, within the next few weeks. I'm so excited. It's been something I've been working on for like the past year or so, but finally got everything together and I'm just so excited to launch it.
Yes, I love that. So we piggybacking. Are we doing a piggyback off because you know I use the faded soap.
Yes.
With the turmeric. So any you know I'm living for a
I know, yes. So I'm actually gonna be like doing collections now in my brand.
Okay.
So the Faded Soap has its own toner and it's gonna be called Faded and Flourish.
Ooh.
Yes. And then my Aloha there, my original soap, I renamed that in the collection for that because I have a toner for that one.
Okay.
It's Mauloa Flex, like PHLEX.
Pretty hot and intensive. I love that. Yes. Okay, so we got some refresh to the brand.
We do.
I love that. Okay, and when we drop in? When can we get it?
March 20th.
March 20th up on the site?
Yes, it will be up on the Shopify site. You know, you can link it down.
Period. It'll be linked down below. You need to get toned up. We coming for the spring.
Yes.
It's time to bring the money shot out. Shed off that winter.
Yes.
You know, nice get that glow. Yes. I love it. All right, so let's get into this juice. Yes. Let's get refreshed. Okay, so we got pineapple.
Okay.
Cucumber.
Okay.
Celery.
Okay.
And apple.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't sound too sure.
It's the celery. I'm going to see what you did with the celery.
So, okay, you know I'm all about the taste.
Yes.
Okay. So, let me run the top. You know, I like to get the froth off, get that nastiness off.
Yeah.
Right? Because you, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me get that. Right? We're going to do a mix it all up. You know, because juice is always best served in glass, over ice, yes. Okay, and shaken well. So let me pour you up.
Ooh.
That's for you.
Yes.
And you tell me what you think.
You know what? Good? I can't even smell a cucumber.
No?
No. So that's a good sign. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
Very refreshing,
Yes.
right? Okay.
I love it.
Right. And it's not too intense.
No,
right?
it's not.
It's not overpowering.
Because you know what? I had a green juice the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I was, I say I like your green juice, but I was just on
You
the
out and
go.
about.
Yeah.
Right. You wasn't prepped and ready.
Yeah. So
you know?
I was just like, let me just pick something up. And like when I was drinking it, I was like, this is not like how
Ready fresh juice
is.
You know what? That just warms my heart to hear. Yes. I'm out here doing the Lord's work. Okay. So looks like I'm what? 2 for 2 on you.
Yes.
Well, 3 for 3.
Oh yeah, that's
3 for 3.
Yeah,
okay. So listen, Ready Fresh Juice, get the ebook. It has this recipe, so many more. Like I said, it's taste first. They all are about the taste, okay? The health is just the added benefit. You can get, like I said, the ebook. You can get everything that you see me use today. I'll be adding the new juicer, the new body, to the Amazon storefront, so you'll be able to get that as well. You'll also be able to catch new toners.
Yes.
All your, I'm talking organic,
yes,
handmade soaps. Mm-hmm. None of the fillers, none of the artificial stuff.
Nope.
Soaps. And now we have toners, and you can get them
on my Shopify. It's a storefront. Like I said, it'll be linked down below as well in this video. Or you can visit me on Instagram. It's Mauloa_Skin Care. You can reach me there. My IG should be below as well too. So you can also just go there and click on the link too.
Period. Get toned up. And them DJ Demi mixes, the link is in my link tree. Go follow High Vibrations to check for the next Canna Craft event. Yours truly will be pumping the beat. You gotta beat me there, don't meet me there. And stay tuned, because I don't know if True Talent is doing another one of the murder mysteries, but go follow Dan Diva on Instagram. She gonna have all the updates on that. You know, she be in her production bag. Shout out to the big sis. And yeah, like I said, Ready Fresh Juice. We out here giving tastemaker. And I'll see you on the next one. I love you for watching.
Cheers.